Hi everybody, we're here again at the Peches News. Today with the people from the NASA and with the people of the Young Turks, and we are going to talk about a really important topic that is the climate change. So first of all, what do you think about it?
Well, climate change is a real problematic. People are not taking it seriously. Like, they're saying that terrorism is more important when climate change has 300,000 deaths a year.
Okay, thanks. And what about you? What do you think about climate change?
Well, we think that people isn't aware enough of this big problematic. We think that there is enough data in order to consider this a mass extinction event, and we consider that if we don't stop our actions now, the consequence will be beyond the point of return.
Okay, that's really important, but now let's talk more precisely to the point. What do you think that are the social implications that the climate change have?
Okay, first of all, the social implications have to be with health, and the World Health Organization says that there is a loss of food production, and this can take the people to desnutrition or dehydration, and also there are economic losses by part of the government and also the people. That is around $125 billion.
Okay, that's too much. And what about you? What do you think about it?
Okay, we think that the social implications are principally in terms of community. People do not think that climate change is important enough for them to make some actions, and if the people don't act right now in this right instance, then climate change will affect not only them but their whole community around the world.
Okay, that's really important, but now that we talk about it and about that it's a big problem and people do not face it on the way they should, what do you think are the challenges that the society should have to address this problem?
The challenges the society has to address this problem is that we are in a society that thinks that consumerism is important. So in order to sustain this model, we need to consume every day, and this obviously means a big impact in terms of resources. So the challenges we may accept is to reduce our consume or to be more aware of our consume.
Okay, so you think that capitalism is making worse this problem?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about you? What are the challenges that we should face?
Well, I think we should overcome media, because media is what making us think that climate change isn't a real problematic in the world. Fox News, for example, is disregarding climate change, and it's obviously fake. I mean, the weather programs are not perfect. They're not exactly, and they can't determine when a storm is gonna happen or anything. They can give an approximate answer, but still we should be very aware, and we should not believe everything the media tells us. We should do it for ourselves, and we need to overcome that lies that they are telling us.
So, do you consider it is a hoax? In the term, do you think that the media is lying us and there is not enough evidence for the climate change to be real?
Well, I think the people that are exposing the media are people from certain social classes that aren't very affected by it. Maybe people from a fewer class, a less class, could give a different answer and a more correct answer about climate change, because people living in fancy apartments in the city, maybe they are not that affected by it, but maybe people in the fields working, they are more affected.
Okay, thank you. And what do you think? Is there enough evidence for us to believe on it, or it's just another myth?
I think people are thinking that climate change is a hoax principally because the worldwide leaders say so. In Trump's administration, we can see evidently that Donald Trump itself says that climate change is a hoax, that climate change is being caused only by one country. However, that is not true because we as the NASA have enough evidence to show the contrary, to show the opposite, showing that climate change is a real thing. It's a thing that we need to be warned about, and it's a thing that we need to act about right now.
Okay, that seems really important. But now I have a question, and it's going to be like for each of you. Everyone has to answer it. What happens if governments do not take any action on it? What if governments just ignore the climate change? What would you personally do to fix it? What do you think is the correct way to address this problem personally?
First of all, if government doesn't like responses for the climate change problematic, then I will start a campaign in order to start from education and educate children so that they face climate change like a real problematic and they like are not influenced by media and yeah.
Okay, thanks. What about you?
Personally, I think we should give consciousness to all the people around us. We should warn them. We should tell them about the problem. I think there has been like some advances in that sense. People are getting more consciousness, but we should still help in that way.
Okay, really interesting. And what about you too?
Well, I think that in order to fix this problem, it is not enough to just make conscience. We also need to support some strategy or some program or activity that actually helps and contributes to this problem. So, of course, conscience is important, but it is more important to try to fix this problem and to face it directly. So my solution or my activity to do is to finance or to join an already campaign that exists, that is in motion, in order to help the climate change.
You know what also could be done? Maybe social media influencers could help in that sense. Like
Yeah, sure.
They could, with their posts and content, they could give conscience to the people.
Totally. And we live in an era where social media is really important.
Yes.
So I also think it should be implemented on the solution.
Yes.
And finally, what do you think?
I think that it's in some way concerning that people, leaders worldwide, with supposedly an intelligence of amazing, think that climate change doesn't exist in some way. And for those people specifically and for those countries will be what my partner said, will be directed the program of financing the campaigns. We think that countries that are already joined to the treaty made in Paris about the climate change should I think get better, should finance these programs. However, we want to make emphasis in the countries that think that climate change isn't a thing. So that's our principal focus and principal emphasis.
Okay, thank you very much for being on this program and see you in the next episode of Pages News. Thank you very much.